Hello, my name is Felicia, and I am so excited to share this with you guys. First of all, let me ask you a question. Have you ever asked God, what is your purpose? What are you here for? Well, I have. Many, many times I have asked God, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Got nothing. Hear absolutely nothing. For years and years, I've heard nothing. Well, one day about 2 weeks ago, I woke up, it was maybe on a Tuesday morning about 4 a.m. And as soon as I opened my eyes, I heard the words, everyone has a story. And I was like, okay, that's true. So I got out of bed, I got my pen, I got my pad, and I began writing. E.H.A.U.S. because I remember things in acronyms. That's spelled E.H.A.U.S. E.H.A.U.S. Everyone has a story. But in my head, I kept hearing E.H.A.U.S. E.H.A.U.S. And I was like, okay, God, E.H.A.U.S. So I added a U. And as soon as I added the U, words just started coming in my head. Untold, unusual, unbelievable, unthinkable, and even unique. I got so excited. I was like, okay, God, this is good. This is good. So what does E.H.A.U.S. mean? Because I had never heard the word E.H.A.U.S. So I Googled it. And the defining definition of E.H.A.U.S. means a house or a home where the temperature inside remains the same no matter what's going on. Oh my gosh. I was so excited because this is the way God intended for us to be. No matter what struggle we're going through or what we're going through in our life, God intends for us to remain calm in the inside. Trust me, that is so hard to do. But that's the way God intended for us to live and to be focused and focused on Him. So let me tell you a bit about our story. Our stories are a part of us. They do not define who we are, but they are a part of us. Our stories, they position us. Our stories allow us to develop, allow us to maybe become stagnated, because sometimes we just hold on to our stories and we don't want to share our stories because of so much pain, and that's so understanding. Our stories also, they can help us to thrive. We can learn from our stories. So God took our stories and He allowed us to experience our stories so that we can get closer to Him. And if you think about it, let's think about in the Bible. God shared parables to illustrate spiritual sermons, spiritual lessons. That is what He did. He shared parables. And one of the disciples asked God, said, God, why do you speak in parables? And God said something amazing. Because the people that don't know Him or don't believe in Him, it would make them easier to understand. And that's what I believe, that God allows us to experience our stories. So, because a lot of times if we experience our stories, in the midst of our story, it can be so sad and so hard. But what do? Who do we run to? We run to God in the midst of our stories. So this is a way that God communicates with us. And our stories, they don't really make us who we are. What makes us who we are is how we perceive our story and how we receive our story and what we do with our story. That is why God has given me the opportunity to provide a conduit for us to share our stories with one another. When we share our stories with one another, we are beginning a process of healing. And it's so exciting because when you share your story, you're helping someone else. You're letting someone know that they are not alone in this, and that you have struggles, they have struggles, we all have struggles, but we have to come together. And I think about the celebrities and famous people. They share their stories. We see a lot of their stories all the time. But what about the stories of people that live among us, just ordinary people, getting up, going to work, trying to survive, trying to thrive, and just ordinary people. I think that is so important that we come together as a community and share our stories. So that's what God has allowed me to do, and I'm so excited. I'm just thrilled about it. My first segment will be coming out in the next couple of days. I'm going to be interviewing 2 young men who have served 16 to 18 years in prison. God has allowed them to go through a journey of darkness so that they can see the light. And so they're going to be telling us about the story. The content is awesome, but I do want you to be aware this is my first video, and you're going to hear some background noise. You're going to hear some things. You may see some things, and you may say, what is this? It's like, okay, this is my first time. But I'm just trying to move when God says move. So I'm so excited about it. So I want you to look for it. It's going to be called E.H.A.U.S. So I'm just so excited to share this with you guys, and I hope that you will learn something from it and you will be willing to share your stories so we all can come together as one. Thank you. Have a good day.